Well, it's that time again. Outer Points Productions is about to go live with another Knockout Challenge match. Join me, Little Cheddar, and my guest live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, as we will be delivering some of the best mediocre commentary in the business. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the match, and don't forget to jump in the chat and say hello. Please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you right after this word from our fabulous sponsors.
Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
Welcome, everyone, to Outer Points Productions. This is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz, and we are live at Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Knockout Challenge 1.3. We are in the midst of round number 3. And we have, you already seen it, but I'm going to put it up there again. That's in a bad spot. Chris Green and Chris Foose. So if anybody is taking side bets or wanting to wager on this match, I've got Chris. Not even funny. All right, folks, you kind of know how the Knockout Challenge works already, so I'll give a brief description after we get the players to leg. And we're going to do that right now. Let's get started. All right, everybody, welcome back. Oh, you're here. I haven't been here. Getting everything settled with the players. I don't have to change the scoreboard at all. This is a race to 12. Yeah, Chris came up quite a bit short on that 6 ball. You don't have to if you don't want to right away. Excellent. All right. That's another miss on the 6 ball. Yep, we are definitely in the first game. Good shot. That one just sneaks by. All right, let's go to the chat and see who's all here. Mr. Trevor Simpson, of course. Oh, I got to let my co-commentator in. I got to let this this man that is twice my size behind me at the moment.
Yeah.
You're going to get to see him in just a second.
Set my soda down. I didn't get the door. My hands were full. As big as they are.
I don't blame you.
Well, I was out.
All right, everybody in the chat, if you would, put your hands together for the first time in this booth. You've never heard him before. His name is Fred Dodge, fellow veteran, Marine, goes back from way, 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 way back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody say hello to Fred Dodge.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? I got to correct y'all. This is my second time in this booth.
Ooh, that's right. My bad.
Yeah. He suspended me for a few months after the first time. I didn't know whether to take it personal or not, but that's Dale.
I forgot what I suspended you for, though.
I
can't
know.
remember. I think it was foul language or something.
No. That wouldn't come from me.
Then no, it's foul language from me.
Oh, yeah. You always blame the other guy, right?
Absolutely. That's
Yes.
that's what we do. That's what the Army always did, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's always either the Navy, Marines, or Air Force's fault.
No,
It's never ours.
Yeah. Not the Marine Corps, that's for sure. Unless there was a ruckus involved, then, the other party had it coming.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that one found darkness there. All right, so I forgot to turn off the light out there. We're going to have to take care of that after this game. Or we'll just leave it on.
Which light are you talking about?
So there's two lights on there's two perimeter lights above the stream table. And,
The inner circle? The
yeah,
inner light?
one of them's got to go off. Otherwise, it's just way too bright. A little too much.
Yeah. Now,
Although the players haven't said anything, so I might just leave it on. So, Fred, we're in the middle of KO 1.3, which is 525 and under Fargo.
okay. Now, they've officially started already?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, we're already playing. Sure.
Jeez. I thought I was early.
Oh, my fault. Because I did say 6 o'clock. It's not 6 o'clock. I did a live cue drawing
Uh-huh.
at 5 o'clock, and then they wanted to start right afterwards. So that's why we're playing
Oh,
already.
great. I hope I'm certain somebody want a really nice cue.
$2,000 pea shower, as a matter of fact. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I must have struck out on that one because I didn't get the phone call.
I don't know if you bought any tickets.
I might not.
You might have.
I might
May
not
have.
I don't recall. I try not to throw away money.
So we got a whole bunch of people in the chat. We got Trevor Simpson, David M. David M. So is there a live feed for this match? Yes, you're watching it. Jamie Cools, Amy Cools, what's going on? And of course, his name is Fred Renner. Have you heard the name? Fred Dodge?
I have heard the name Fred Renner. In fact, I met him once years ago.
He's the salsa man.
Yeah.
He makes asparagus, pickled asparagus, and salsa, and just phenomenal.
From what I understand, everybody just raves about his product.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Asparagus is it's the ditchweed of the north. We call it.
Right.
Fred goes out walking by foot, and most people walk by foot. Hunting ditches for wild asparagus.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have a neighbor who does that. The ditch along the roadway there
Mm-hmm.
grows wild out there. Kind of like shrooming.
Shrooming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that the same as what they did in the 60s?
It's the same thing they do today.
Okay. All right.
They put it on pizza.
Okay. Those shrooms. Gotcha. Okay. I was thinking of something else.
No, well, so was I. Morel mushrooms.
Morels. Yeah, those are very expensive, aren't they?
Unless you pick them yourself.
Yeah.
You got to know the sweet spot.
And you got to know what they look like.
Yes.
So that's the salsa man. We've got Pete Beshta as well.
Uh-huh.
Who else we got in the John Williquette? Another fun night of 9-ball. Agreed.
You know, I'm familiar with so many of the names here just because I hear them in the pool community all the time. And first of all, great to see the participation of all of them. Salsa Man, right. Is that the Salsa Man, Fred, we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, hi, Fred, Mr. Salsa Man. And, okay, I haven't even been paying attention to this game. Is anybody off to a quick start?
1-0 right now.
Okay, Chris.
Chris Green, yeah. Actually, Andy Coons, he's the director. I'm sure you've heard the name before.
Yes, I have.
He's the one that started Wisconsin Pool Players Society. He's in the chat there. He says, let's go, Chris.
Yeah.
That's really informative, Andy. I got a $20 bet if you want to take it, Fred, that Chris wins.
I'll take the bet if you win.
All right. Which Chris? Fred didn't get that one just yet. That's okay.
All right, I'll get up to speed, folks. I'll get up to speed here.
What's going on, Alex Van Boxtel? David M., thank you for the subscribe. Much appreciated. All right, I think we're going to be tied up at 1 apiece as soon as Chris Foose shoots this 9 ball. That's always a commentator's curse, Fred.
Yeah. Let's see if it holds.
I try to get at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 commentators' curses in per match.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You know, you got to develop that consistency in life.
Yeah, for sure. Are you a believer in the commentator's curse, or you think I have that power? I don't believe I do.
I think you have more power than you realize, but I'm not going to tell you about it.
All right.
It's more of a power. I don't know.
I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing here,
No,
Fred.
I don't think so. All right, we're tied up.
I'm going to ask these guys real quick. I'll be back.
What? Oh, he's asking them about the light. That's if that's a problem for him. So he turns one off or not. I thought something else chased him out of here. All right. So that was about the light. Well, at least those lights don't burn hot these days. They burn pretty cool.
Yes, much more better.
Good deal.
I always forget to do that. I don't know why, but it's...
Are they playing with a Magic Rock by chance?
I offered it to them, which I do in every one of the matches, but they decided that they wanted to go with the wooden rack.
Okay.
I honestly, I prefer the Magic Rack.
You know, when I'm practicing at home, I use a Magic Rack all the time. It gives me, not because it's simply a tighter rack, but you start to learn how the balls break if you rack them right.
For sure.
And it's a learning tool for me. And besides, the wife loves playing with the Magic Rack.
So the wife plays pool.
Well,
so if you've never seen what this gentleman looks like, that right there is Fred Dodge. There he is.
Oh, there we go.
He's about twice my size. Well, most people are twice my size. But see, that's why I turn the other light on most of the time, Fred, because that way you can see us better. But the viewers are not here to see you and I, as far as I can tell.
Well, aside from that, the graphics, the new graphics, you keep developing them and making them better and better. Wow.
It's a lot of fun.
I can imagine. You got to be really into it. You have to. You have to have a passion for doing everything you're doing.
I do. I enjoy it very much, to say the least.
Yeah, it's one of those things you can sense in people if they're really getting joy out of it, and there's no doubt with that when it comes to you. All right, well, I'm going to stop stroking your eagle here. It's getting to be too much. I'm almost embarrassing myself.
Wow.
All right. How's that feedback now?
Alex Van Boxtel. I just got a private message, everybody, from Alex saying we got a bunch of feedback on the mic. So, if that is the case, can somebody else verify that in the chat for me? I would greatly appreciate it.
Now, is feedback going to be on both, or would it be on one or the other?
I got a really good idea what's going on. And I'll bet you it just went away.
All right, we got a jump ball. When you're commentating, what table are you looking at? The playing table or your video table? Yeah, I saw the time lapse, and it kind of threw me a second when I was commentating.
Well, I like what Chris Green did here. Instead of trying to get, fancy shape on that 5 ball and potentially either miss the 3 or come back and get hooked on something, he just kind of took what the table gave him.
Well, let's see what it gives him after this shot here.
Oop, a little bit wide.
I wonder if he was overly concerned about a scratch off of the 8 ball.
I think you hit it right on the head, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because that was a real possibility there.
All right, we got a couple of things to think about on this table. I don't know that there's a clear out. Let's see how he plays this. Wow, he's jacking up on that.
Oh, playing safe.
That's what I thought he might do.
And kind of got away with something, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure how tight that 3 and 4 ball are. I mean, 3 and
5 and 7.
5 and 7.
That's
right.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he can see it. Whoa.
Good shot.
It was.
A little steep on the 6 ball, but I think it's manageable.
That was one of those shots you really have to commit all the way to make something happen, and he did.
Yeah, and hit that really well. Yeah, and he's going to get far enough past that 9, and actually a really good angle to get back down to the 8 ball.
Yeah. Now both of these players, they had to go through a couple of rounds to get here where they're at today.
Yes, sir. This is round number 3.
Round number 3.
We are down to this. Started out. Oh my!
Ooh! I thought I saw that dropping.
Me too.
Yeah, just like Chris did.
Look at what he left Chris Foose though. This is brutal.
This is one of the shots you can 2 rails around, 1 rail off the short rail, 2 rail. There's so many ways to shoot it, but they're all low percentage. It looks like he's going to go one rail route. Oh, no, he's not. Is he?
I think he might be kicking at it.
I think so.
Oh,
wow, that caught me by surprise.
Yeah, me too. I don't think that was even possible. If he was trying to pocket it.
I don't think he was for some reason. I think he just expected something completely different than he envisioned. I mean, something he envisioned was completely different than the outcome. That's my dyslexia kicking in, folks.
I've dyslexic thinking as well.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't catch up with my tongue. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you got to get it in the right order.
Uh-oh,
Wow.
and scratches besides. So I can't remember. So Chris Foose was, I forgot who he played his last match, but if I remember correctly, his opponent scratched like 4 times on the 8 ball, giving him ball in hand on the 9. and they played 9-ball as well. So I did, for some reason, that just, you were talking about memory. I remember what happened with Chris the last match.
Wow. Yeah, that's after scratching 4 times and having to make that drive home. Yeah, hope there's no passenger in the car with them.
That's actually really good insight. Yeah. How many tournaments have you ever driven home from where you just you almost want to drive off a cliff?
Yeah.
Sell your cues as soon as you get home.
Yeah. The wife's waiting for you. How do you do, honey?
And it's the last thing you want to hear. It's the last question.
Right. Now, Chris Green, I believe I saw the match where he played Mr. Parker, Michael Parker.
Michael Taylor. I don't think.
Was it Taylor or
yeah,
Parker?
I don't. Mike Taylor from Cue It Up. The younger Michael. I don't think Mike Parker was in this one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he was not in this one.
Okay, so it's Mike Taylor then. Okay.
I think so.
Okay, gotcha.
I'd have to go back and take a look. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Mike Parker was not in this one.
Actually, I had asked Chris, and I thought he said Parker, but I could have misunderstood him too. All right, here we go. Now this game has gone back and forth a couple of times with missed opportunities.
I think this is pretty much going to end it, though.
I think so. No curse here, okay?
Not yet. Yeah, Roger Pregler said, too. Mike Taylor.
Mike Taylor? Okay. There we go.
Almost center pocket. All right, 2-1 in favor of Chris. Great commentary, right?
You did well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, where does Chris Fuss play out of?
He lives in Green Bay. Plays at Mad Apple quite a bit.
Okay.
Actually, I met him at Mad Apple several years ago. Good man.
Yeah.
Good guy.
I certainly recognize the face, the person.
He has played on the King of the Hill quite a few times at Mad Apple.
Okay.
And was pretty successful for a while, I believe. And this is the second time, I believe, he's been in the KO Challenge.
All right.
Taylor Collar, you ever heard that name before?
I don't know the guy.
Yeah, me either.
Never
Try not to, anyway.
Never heard of him. At least nothing good.
No, exactly. Did you hear that, Taylor? That's Fred Dodge for you. That was not me.
Yeah. Yeah, I put a smiley face next to that comment. or an LOL.
LOL, yeah. Maya Hookstra, what's going on, my friend? Jimmy Newman tuning in from all the way up in Michigan somewhere. How you doing, Jimmy? He said, good luck to my horse. Which one is your horse?
Chris, right?
Yeah. Wait a second.
See, I catch on.
Nobody's ever accused you of being slow, Fred.
That's good.
Except when you walk.
Now, that's understandable. But you still have to take 2 steps just to keep up with every one of mine.
Okay, I don't care who you are. That's some funny shit right there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He kind of tried force. Look at this. He missed the 3-ball, but made the 4 and the 5. Gotta love 9-ball. Isn't that incredible? But look at what he did to the 7 and the 8.
Yeah, Let's see what he can do about it.
This game just got a lot of this game just got a lot of fun.
This one. Yeah.
Little overcut. But left Chris Green with a nasty bank. You know, you may as well go for it. The 7 and 8 are disaster, so.
Yeah, and the cue ball should come down on the other side of. Oh, he did get it.
He did
get it.
But no way to get to the 7 here.
I think there's a way.
You think so?
Yeah, it's going to come off 2 long rails and come into this 8 or 7.
Have you ever watched Chris Green play?
Wow. Yeah, I've seen him get lucky a few times. Like every time he plays me, right? No, I like his game. In fact, I'm going to be watching.
Good save.
I'm going to be watching him play in a finals league match this Wednesday. His team made it to the finals.
Is that Mad Apple League or is that the
Amro League?
Amro League.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. From what I understand, was it his team that beat Spencer Rolfe's team? I'm not sure, but
no, we played Spencer, Dave Sutter, and Mason in the finals.
Oh, okay.
So they got beat by. Yeah, Chris Green's team lost.
You guys won that, didn't you?
We did, yes. Myself, Taylor Collar, and you know what's fun about that too. And if you don't know what Fred and I are talking about, is our Thursday night league here at Varsity Club was a wrap as of last week Thursday. No, that was actually the party.
Right.
The week before was the finals, and to get to the finals, the week before we were down 5-3 in a race to 6, and came back and won the last 3 to win 6-5.
Wow.
And that was against, I can't remember who we played. Oh, Mitch Repke, Daryl Zimmerman, and Brian Miller.
Oh,
played
tough group.
And they played so good too. We just turned it on the end. So that's exactly what happened in the finals. We were down 5-3 against Mason, Dave Sutter, and
against the stacked team,
and came back and won 6-5.
Yeah.
So that was fun. It was a fun finish to the season, and again, hats off to those guys too because they played their butts off. Dave Sutter played fantastic. Spencer played fantastic, and all we did, we kind of kept Mason in his chair. We broke and ran a lot. Yeah, we broke and ran a lot of games against Mason. So
that's what you have to do.
You have to, otherwise he'll whoop your butt.
Yeah. All he needs is one up, and it's all over.
Yeah, that kid can play. Holy cow.
So what do you guys do to mess up Mason? Did kick him in the shin as you're walking by, or
whatever it took? I can't divulge any of our secrets. Otherwise, you know what happens.
Spiked the water.
Yeah. Can't tell you.
All right. Let me know in private later. I'm curious.
So I think Roger Pregler is clarifying. Yes, Fred. Chris's team beat Spencer's team in Amro.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I misunderstood. I thought you were talking about here.
No.
Okay. Well, I apologize to everybody for wasting the last 5 minutes of your life. All right. That is a give up for Chris Green. Making it 2-2. We should really go to our sponsor spotlight, given we have not done that yet, and talk about some of the people that have gotten me to where I am today. We're going to start out with this guy. You know him, Fred. Vincent Didio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's down at Gallery 83 Tattoo Company in Fond du Lac.
The Tattoo Maestro.
Oh, my gosh, he's fantastic. Multi-award-winning artist with 20 years of experience in all styles of tattooing. From elaborate black and gray realism to simple small designs, he is equipped to bring all of your ideas to life, and he has. Holy cow. Gallery 83 in Fond du Lac is a relaxing, safe, and clean environment. If you're looking for some ink on your skin, give Vincent a chat. Do you have any tattoos, Fred?
I have none.
No?
I have none.
I swore I would never get a tattoo. And just for personal reasons, no big deal or anything. But when I lost my Siberian Husky,
Right.
that was the day that, I'm getting a tattoo.
Something to commemorate it. Right.
You bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad I did.
Ironically, the line of work I was in, I wasn't allowed to have any tattoos at all, period. And so I just got used to not having any, and still, to this date, never got one.
And that was because of your status in the military, correct? Are you allowed to talk about that, or you don't care to talk about it? You can. We got about 3 hours together, so
I can mention I can
Of
mention
course you
that I
can.
was I can mention that I was in the MSG battalion and I was attached to the State Department, and wonderful duty. I enjoyed it. Exciting life. And
you've traveled. We've had this
Took me
conversation before.
around
You've
the
gone.
world.
You've
Yeah.
been everywhere.
yeah. And when I got out of the Marine Corps and working with the State Department, I went right back to living and working overseas with the connections I made, and that was equally interesting and sometimes intense, but loved it all.
Were you ever scared?
Not until after it was long over.
Really?
Everything is
Because of the adrenaline, or because of the
Training.
Because it was the job that you had to do. Sure.
training, the job. You're so focused on what you need to do. Nothing gets in the way of that until things are done.
Utter focus.
Yes. I wish I had that same focus in pool.
Me too.
I lost something between those days and the current days.
Taylor Collar says, ask Chris Foose about flipping quarters for hundreds when the match is done. Talk about a guy who's got some gamble. Good dude, super funny. Probably not something I want to do in the middle of the match, Taylor Collar, but maybe I can save that for later. Or do you think I should just go out there and, right into
Flip quarters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right in the middle of the match?
That might be a little awkward.
That was a very good shot by Chris Green there.
These guys are playing hot and cold, really. It's they're making beautiful shots, and then how did I miss that one? But it looks like they're starting to get into stride. That's going to be. I actually went out there and talked to both of them before things started, and told them that I expect them both to play their A game, and if they don't, they're going to have to answer to you. But
Yeah.
they're excited about the match as they should be. All right, we're gonna have so far a back and forth match.
Oh, yeah. Taylor Collar just put in the chat that he said, yeah, after the match, ask him. And apparently I forgot to read that part. You were talking about it before, Fred, with, dyslexic thinking and I have the same thing.
Quick question.
T. Coll is Taylor Collar.
Oh, Taylor Collar. Okay.
We try to, as much as possible, to not converse with him.
Yeah. He mentioned. Yeah, I just saw a comment that he had up there that we had played an attorney together, which we had won years ago, and
With Taylor?
yeah, T. Cal, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
surprising. How did that?
Yeah, I don't know.
He asked you, or you asked him
This had to be,
before you got to know him?
yeah. It had to be a few years back.
Sure.
Yeah.
Taylor's a good dude. I think he's just very misunderstood. Isn't that what they say? I think that's the best way to word it. I got to give him a hard time because he's on my team,
You know, it's what we say about our children all the time. Not that he's my child, but he's certainly young enough.
I think he could be.
Yeah. Probably young enough to be my grandkid.
If he was your child, you didn't do very good.
No.
Parenting.
You know, he's short, you know, and I'm tall. It just
Mailman.
I'd question Mom, you know, if I was the dad.
How long have you been married, Fred?
Oh my gosh, I've been married twice in my life, and I decided just to have a long-term girlfriend
Nothing wrong with that.
who I call my wife.
Oh, gotcha. Fair enough.
No, it's
So you're not legal. There's no piece of paper or anything.
there's no
good.
piece of paper, but I'm not going anywhere.
That's that's the same with Mrs. Cheddar and I.
Yeah.
We've been engaged for 9 years.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact, to be quite honest with you, Fred, I don't want her to have any reservations. If I'm still giving her an opportunity to get out after 9 years. We're coming up on 10, actually, very quickly.
Tammy and I, it's been going up 13 years now, almost 13 years. And, yeah, like I said, we're not going anywhere, or I'm not going anywhere under threat of death. But
So
she scares me.
So does Mrs. Chatter, believe me. So we're not winning any browning points right at the moment, but I highly doubt either one of our wives are listening right now. But so 13 years ago, you've been together for 13 years.
Yes, we have. We met
in
Idaho.
You met when you were 40, obviously, because you're 53 now, I'm assuming, right?
We'll go with that. We'll
okay.
go with that.
And you said you met in Idaho?
Yes.
Tell the story. I want to hear this.
I made a commitment to leave California, sell all my assets, sell everything I have, and get the hell out of California. First place I thought about, where I knew a few people, was Idaho. Spread out, wide open. Went there for a couple of years to check things out. I met her. Always knew I would come back to Wisconsin because I was born here.
Sure.
And
what city?
Oshkosh. Oshkosh.
Not sure where that is.
I come from a family of farmers, and so.
Same here.
Yep. So that's what I came back to. We live in Omro. I grew to love Omro, and it's out. To me, Oshkosh is a big city. Omro's almost too big for me. When I spent so many years in the Los Angeles area in the rat race, and that whole game. But
oh yes,
yeah. You've lived in big cities before, right?
I lived in Chicago for a while. I lived in Prescott was small when I was there a long time ago, but Phoenix. Yeah, I'm not a big city guy.
No, you lose years in life with that rat race that goes on in the big cities. I was done with it. And you mentioned that I'm only 53, but I look 73. I'm probably closer to 73. But
you don't look a day over 72.
Yeah. Thanks.
Anytime.
That's actually closer to my real age. But anyway, love Wisconsin. Took up pool after I had retired, which was about almost 20 years ago. And love the game. Greatest game in the world as far as I'm concerned, next to chess. But that's not a sport. Chess isn't a sport.
I think it is.
Chess?
Granted, it's not a physical game where you're sitting in a chair for many hours.
It's mentally
exhausting.
So
it is mentally draining.
Yes, it is.
So are you a grandmaster at all, or a master player, or?
At one time, I was rated as a high expert, low master rated player, but that was years ago when I was younger.
Compare yourself to Magnus Carlsen.
I was watching an interview of Magnus with Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan. What an amazing interview.
I could imagine.
Yeah. It's I just happened to see an advertisement for it, and bingo. Yeah, probably the greatest player in modern times, Carlsen. the young man's a genius.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
To see some of his moves, you get a player that comes in with all kinds of expectations and sits across the board from Magnus, and within a matter of minutes, they're walking out the door. You know,
the amazing thing is how easily he humbles other top-rated grandmasters and makes it look like child's play.
Yeah.
That's the amazing thing. He should be a pool player the way he thinks. There's certainly something to be said for both games as far as calculating.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
This is 9-ball is a chess match. All pool, I think, is definitely a chess match. You know, because there's ebbs and flows to, you know, unless you're, you know, a top-rated amateur or low or pro, especially on a bar table or, you know, 7-footer, you break and run an entire set.
I would say the game that closest to assimilating chess would be 8-ball.
Yes. Yeah.
As opposed to a rotation game.
Absolutely. So Taylor Collar prefers that you call him fun-sized.
Fun-sized, yeah.
Instead of short. So, all right, Chris Green is up 4-2 at the moment, or as Matt Strong would say, you know Matt pretty well.
Oh yeah.
We're all tied at 2-4.
There we go.
A Common Core math or something. I'm not sure what happened. I think he fell and hit his head.
Or is it 4-2?
Yeah, that put that.
There's their dyslexia. Fun size. Is that what his wife calls him?
I hope not. Taylor, is this true? Fun size. I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either.
What's going on, Hocus Pocus? Mr. Larson. Let's get to our, see if we can get to this before Chris breaks. Home Sweet Home Real Estate. Bobby Joe Coons is the broker owner of Home Sweet Home Real Estate in Waupun, Wisconsin, outside the gates of the prison. She's got many years of experience in residential, land, farm, and commercial real estate. For exceptional service, give Bobby Joe a call at 920-345-1055. As opposed to Al Holden. You know Al Holden, right?
Yes, I do.
He lives in Waupun, but he's inside the gates.
Ah,
yeah.
I was curious why you ad-libbed the location there specifically. Outside the prison or inside the prison.
Yeah. It's when I think of Waupun, I think of two different things. The prison and what's the massive Horicon. Horicon, the marsh, for whatever reason. That's got to be pretty close to there, right?
You've been to that prison before?
Yeah, I actually I went into the prison as a tight end and came out as a wide receiver. I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize to all of our viewers.
No, I'm thinking that you write this shit down during the day. When anytime you come up with something, you write it down so you can use it later. That's what I'm thinking. It's a good habit, by the way.
Do you see me reading off like a Joe Biden teleprompter in here or something, or what?
Well, your memory, at least your memory's still with you, right?
Yeah, my looks are fading fast, so you got to rely on your strength.
That's why you work behind a microphone.
That's I've had quite a few friends along the way, Fred, that have said that, man, you have got the perfect face for radio.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Absolutely.
Thanks for agreeing. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
And a loud, obnoxious voice to go along with it.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, it's a prerequisite as far as I'm concerned.
I'm not sure the obnoxious part, but thank you very little.
That was the prerequisite part.
Thank you very little. And by the way, you're never coming back again.
Yeah, I figured that's what happened last time.
Yeah. So Taylor Collar responded. She calls him micro-sized.
Micro-sized.
And he can't figure out why.
Okay. I don't have a clue.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Well, we do have a pool match going on here. Really good opportunity for Chris Foose to get back within one of Chris Green.
It's all lined up. Off to the right start. When there's 3 left on the table, bing, bada, boom.
Done. Finished.
Yes.
So what did your team end up this year in league on Thursday nights?
We were in the B division, and we got a consolation trophy. I'm glad Matt Strong took care of that situation. A participation trophy, I would call it that.
Participation trophy.
Yeah, Matt made sure almost everybody got one.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know how cool a participation trophy is.
Well, it's good for you guys.
It you know,
makes you feel good about the season.
It's not something I'm proud of, but I can put it on the mantle and fake it from there.
You know, you can brag to your 13-year, other half and tell her, look at what we did.
Mm-hmm. Something to be proud of. Actually, it is. It's not about pride or proudness. It's what I love about the league here is the camaraderie and the people you meet and the pool community, and still trying your best regardless of how much somebody drinks. But
I'll leave that one alone.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I've played in a lot of leagues all over. I lived in Sheboygan for a while, played in those leagues. And I think age has a little bit to do with it, and I think I appreciate the guys that are here more than maybe I did back then.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I've ever had more fun in a league than I do here on Thursdays, aside from being, on the same team with Taylor.
Yeah. Well, there's got to be a downside to everything in life.
For sure.
It keeps you balanced.
Yes.
Right, in focus. It's got to keep those eyes behind your back.
Taylor says, anything for you, Fred. You just keep fighting the good fight and being awesome.
Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think as we get older, our perspective in life changes, and I see that in pool too. I don't have that fire under my gut. I've got to do best at everything I do. The kind of attitude that I had when I was younger. I guess it's true. You do mellow out a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Yeah. Some
people go the other direction, but we got to stop talking about Taylor.
Right.
It's really getting old. So the other Fred that we were talking about earlier, Fred Renner, is and some people are aware of this, some people are not, but Fred has had some health issues of recent and was off. He works construction as well. And
Fred Renner is in construction?
Yep. So he's... And it's a reoccurring thing with he's got an infection in his foot and it keeps coming back.
Wow.
So it's a challenge for him. So Corey Peterson, myself, Taylor Collar, and some of the ladies up at Grand Marsh.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Wooden Nickel, and they had a community center and the Wooden Nickel this past Saturday, 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
There was a benefit tournament for Fred. And Fred, I'm not 100% positive, but I think it raised like $8,000.
Wow.
So just to help out.
Yeah. Well, hats off to all of you. It was
it was more Corey.
Corey, Taylor. Wow.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It's in that's not the safe that Chris Green wanted to play there.
No rail?
No. He was trying to play safe and get the cue ball behind the 7, and it moved the 7.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
There we go.
So they had a 48-player tournament. I think they had 7 tables on Valley, and filled it. Filled the tournament, and from what I understand, a lot of good people showed up, including Trevor Simpson. Just kidding, Trevor. You know I love you.
All right, let's see what he does with this. Should be able to take it all the way up. Just a little stun shot, and then he's on the 6.
How long have you been playing, Fred?
Since 2017.
8 years. All right.
Yeah.
You got a good game for only 8 years.
I took the game up after I turned 6. After I was over 60 years old when I took up the game.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Imagine what I could have done if I started when I was a youngster.
Yeah, you'd at least be 450, Fargo.
Yeah, I know it. See how that effort pays off.
Oh, you betcha. Interesting. I don't know if that 7 goes past that 9 ball. I don't, just kind of at first glance, I don't think it does. Or he's going to have to play it really slow. Kind of cheat the pocket a little bit. Or he's going to have to come down and try to play that 7 in the side.
From here, it looks like he might be able to slide that by in the corner instead of having to come all the way around. And, oh, my goodness.
Forgot to make the 6 first.
Yeah. Generally, when that happens, it's because I take my eye off the ball or there's some other kind of body movement going on. And it's funny, it took me a while to figure out that when you take your eye off the ball, that is body movement, and it is just as effective as of making you miss than...
For sure.
Is he looking to bank that?
No.
Nope.
Side
there we
pocket.
Go. There we go.
So it must go past the 9.
Yeah, he's set up for that. That was for sure.
Yeah, you can't hit what you can't see. I found that out in golf. Anytime I take my eyes off the golf ball, it'll go in the woods somewhere.
Oh!
How did that go in?
That was very fortunate.
How did that ball go in the corner? We got to get that on replay.
I'm watching it right here again on the
other monitor.
Right, because it looks like he hit that 8 ball pretty full face. I don't know how it slammed by there and still made it in the corner, but it did.
We're gonna, as soon as Chris shoots this 9 ball. Oh, that one's not gonna fall.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
The pool gods were with Chris on those last couple of shots. I am telling you.
So let's look at this 7 ball. Wow, that hit a pretty good chunk of that 9 ball.
That's what I was saying. I was surprised. He must have had some unintended spin on that ball that just helped it go in.
I wish I would have gotten the replay on both of those shots, but a little too late for that. Well, either way.
All right.
5-3.
5-3. You bet.
Which brings us to our... Man, this is hard for me, Fred. Do you know who Jeff Hefter is? You ever heard the name?
Jeff
Hefter.
Hefter.
Yeah.
I've heard the name.
From Fond du Lac area. Him and his wife Maggie own Johnco Express, and he's always busting my chops in the chat.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's the only one, and nobody else ever does that. So you got to pick on him. Anyway, he owns Johnco Express, and they provide expedited shipping of packages in Wisconsin and surrounding states.
Ah.
Same day pickup, same day delivery. That's a nice break by Chris Green here. We're going to play...
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
We'll play some 8 ball.
Oh, yeah. He should be able to get out here.
Yeah, there's really no trouble here. I think, honestly, the 1 to the 2 is probably the hardest. This one.
Right, just don't snooker yourself.
Actually, I think this shot is probably going to be harder. 2 to the 5 that's a bit of a challenge. That's all the way down on the other end
I think
by the cue ball.
I think you go rail first and come around. Oh, no, he did not do it wet, but that worked out
Ooh.
nicely.
Yeah, you hit that really well.
Yeah.
Now we can just float this one in and play the 6 in the side.
Yeah.
What's going on, Gene Rasmussen, better known as Pork? You know who Gene is, right? Plays up in Mad Apple all the time.
Yes.
Him and his son, Xander. Good player himself. Saying Chris Foose needs another Bud Light. Well, Gene, he's got a whole case over there. So I don't know how many more. I'll tell you what. As long as we're... Let's zoom over there real quick. Sorry about the camera work there. But, oh, it's not on film. Let's
Case.
see if we can get. I don't see it. He's got a whole 12-pack or something over there. Well, Chris Green is definitely making short rack of this, or short
work
of this rack. Short rack of this work. See, dyslexic.
Dyslexic, right. And he drew that back nicely. He could have played that a couple of different ways.
Pork says he's slacking.
And just like that, it's 6-3.
Well done.
Yeah, Chris is he's turned the knob up a little bit.
Let's talk about this gentleman real quick. His name is Rob Miller, and his establishment, him and his partner, are down on University Avenue in Madison, Wisconsin. It's called The Conscious Carnivore, and they are a whole animal butcher shop that provides expertise to help customers be more knowledgeable about what and how they eat. They opened their doors in September of 2013 with a mission to educate the home cook. From local animal sourcing to on-site high-quality butchering, they can ensure grass-fed and healthy meats. They believe it is time to recapture the flavor of cooking and connecting with family and friends over a home-cooked meal.
You know what? With that name, The Conscious Carnivore, and the script that you just read describing it, you'd almost think it was a steakhouse that you were just reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, maybe they need to do an add-on right there and another structure.
Build a,
Yeah.
nice building right next to it and start serving some of the food.
Oh, you bet.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
You want to go in? Go in on it? Halvesies?
As long as there's
We could live stream from there.
if there's some vineyards close by, and then you could have your own.
In Madison?
No, not likely.
I think that was an attempted safe, unsuccessfully.
Let me look at that again on this other screen.
Looked like he was trying to get that cue ball to stick behind the 6 ball, but
or possibly a two-way shot. If it drops, you should be safe. If you drop it, you're on the 3 next.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of a thin shot on the 2. Yeah, no problem. Handled that with the greatest of ease.
And gave them the right angle too.
Hello, Sherry McDonald. How are you?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yep, he sure did.
Hooked himself.
He sure did.
It was a real good looking table too.
Thanks. We just had it redone.
The what?
You said it's a really good looking table.
Yeah.
Jeremy West just had it redone.
Ah.
So that's I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's my dad joke humor.
It's my laugh might be a little bit delayed, but I eventually catch on. I'm not sure why that happens so often, but
look at this. Oh, don't do that to him.
Oh, he's still alive. Oh, and he can see the next shot too.
Let's get a replay on that. Look at this thing just kind of creeps in there.
That is such a
Two
nice
rails.
shot too. And that's what makes it surprising. 2 rails, you figured that would keep you safe. And it's just teeter-tottering there.
That thing is hanging on the edge. This is a tough shot.
He's had nothing but tough shots last couple of ups.
Wow,
Oh,
really well done.
yes.
This is where, and me personally, this is where after 2 shot, you just got done hooking yourself, you kick it in, come back with a really phenomenal shot where I step back and take a breath.
You have to, because
walk around a little.
The rest looks easy, and then that becomes...
That's when you mess up.
Yeah, that karma thing. You're cursing yourself, thinking it's easy. Well, 2 to go.
Wes Borchet also played in 1.3, cheering on Chris Foose. Chris drinks Busch lattes. Mm-hmm. You a beer drinker, Fred?
Used to be.
You seem more like a wine guy, for whatever reason.
Yeah, I learned to appreciate wines. I lived in Europe for about 10 years and worked there. So, big wine drinkers out there. Got to have wine with every meal.
Yep.
Including breakfast.
Especially in Italy.
Yeah. I worked outside of Athens, Greece most of my life. And again, just like Italy, bunch of winos.
Quite a few of our viewers are tuning in from Italy, just so you know. So
Good.
that might be
Good. Yeah, don't mention my name.
Sure.
Somebody. No, in fact, as I still drink beer, but it tends to make me feel bloated these days in my older years.
Same.
And yeah. So I've learned to switch to mixed drinks.
gets you there faster too.
Well,
if that's your goal.
If you pour as heavily as you do,
Well, look at my body mass.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. Give me one old fashioned. I'm already under the table blubbering like an idiot.
Yeah. No, those are. I drink wine. I drink mixed drinks. My wife drinks beer. I'll have one occasionally because sometimes there's just nothing better than a ice cold beer, and that's the bottom line there.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Mr. Brett Tovar just for a second. He is here in Oshkosh, of course. Actually, his son as well comes down and plays pool quite a bit. Another awesome sponsor of the stream. They own Tovar. His dad owns Tovar Construction.
Uh-huh.
They specialize in roofing. Services include full re-roofs, asphalt, rubber roof installs, leak detection, which at our age, leak detection is really good.
Yeah,
Fred.
yeah. You need something for that.
And he doesn't do the leak repairs for
Mm-hmm.
us guys, but I think detection is a possibility. I haven't asked him yet, but if you want me to put in a word for you.
So he
can do that?
He does the diaper side of the business, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. And thank you for your sponsorship, Brett. I'm sure that's about to end after those comments. So it's been a fun ride. So Donnie Clayton just chimed in the chat. He says 1/4 Italian, but not from Italy. Haha. Cheers.
Right.
Tuning in from Maine. We have family in Ripon, by the way. Awesome.
Wow.
Well, thanks for tuning in from Maine, Donnie. Much appreciated.
How far away are some of your? How far away has the longest furthest away been that follows you? Or
Australia.
Australia?
Yeah, that I think of it. There's been several in the Philippines.
Uh-huh.
Several in China.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. That's as far away as I can think. Yeah.
That's a good long thought.
That's that's actually. Oh, I take that back. So Mark, his name is Mark White.
Mm-hmm.
He is a commentator. He's been around pool his whole entire life, and he was tuning in. Amy Cools was in the booth with me, as a matter of fact,
Mm-hmm.
and Mark was tuning in from Thailand
Wow.
at the time. So
Wow. You're making the rounds, so to speak.
so to speak, yep. You know, if I can't get to these places physically, it's fun visiting them virtually.
Yeah, it's nice to know that they're getting to you.
Yes. Speaking of which, Fred, you just gave me an idea that if some of our folks, if you are not a subscriber, we'd appreciate if you did that. Hit that little notification bell. That way the next time that Fred Dodge goes live and you're going to get a notification saying, oh, I got to tune in and listen.
Hey, much appreciated. It's the only way we can grow these podcasts and bring it to you.
Free of charge, too.
Yes, today.
Just today. Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow the price goes up.
You know, I've been in a bar where it says the beer tomorrow is free, so everybody tunes in the next day, so to speak.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
well thought out.
Yeah. If
Wonder
you-
how many people actually fall for that.
You did the first time you saw the sign.
I did. You darn right
you
I did.
came back the next day. What?
Wait a second.
Yeah. But the sign says.
So, let me show everybody, as soon as Chris shoots this 4-ball, we'll kind of give everybody a little bit of a breakdown so we don't do it in the middle of... There we go. This is what's up for grab, Fred. It's $5,000 for first place once they get down to the finals. These guys tonight are playing to get into 5th through 8th place. We got 16 players left right now. So they're playing through 5th rate. So this is a $575 match as of today.
And they get through that, they're halfway there.
All right.
Wow. That's a lot of buckaroos.
$8,000 for first place.
That's a lot of buckaroos.
Pretty cool for an amateur tournament.
It can do nothing more than grow. It's a great concept, a great thing you're doing here.
Oh, here we go with the flattery again.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to sleep with you, Fred.
Yeah. Well,
Unless I get to be the little spoon.
I'm not kissing your ass, by the way. You're always the little spoon. Oh my goodness. If I hang around with you more, I'll get in a lot more practice on
I
being
wouldn't recommend
obnoxious.
doing
And it's
Being
it's,
obnoxious.
It's fun. It's fun. It's like I got to work on my repertoire.
Yeah, we don't hold anything back here on
Yeah,
Outer Points
yeah.
Productions.
Yeah, I can see that. It's a good thing.
If you're not having fun,
You're in the wrong place.
yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, the old 4-railer.
Yeah.
6 to 5.
Wow. Bringing it back. I've seen a lot of those 9 balls kind of rattle and just drop in at the last second.
Yeah, now, to be honest with you, I'm not sure why they're hitting them so hard. Pocket speed is going to be much more accepting of that ball instead of trying to hammer it in there. These are not the old Valley days anymore, where you could miss by a diamond and a half and it would still go in.
Yeah.
It's like shooting into a sewer.
Right, and these are tight pockets too. Well, I don't know how tight they are. I think most of the
4
tables
1/4.
are 4 1/4.
Or 4 3/8, somewhere around there.
Yeah. That's standard for these, I think. No, someone I think had told me once that they were 4-inch pockets here.
Only on Tyler's table.
Tyler's
over
table,
there. Yep.
yeah.
The 10-footer. Or 6-footer. Really?
Not the 9-footer.
So I'll get one of the numbers
yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's a 9-foot table, everybody.
The 6-footer, right. Up and down on your dyslexia instead of side to side.
All right, we're all tied up at 6-5.
Oh,
Lots of balls going in. Not much of a shot. Well, he's got a shot on the one. I think I'd cut it in the upper right-hand corner, go around the 8-ball, and make my way to the...
3. Do you even try to make the 1 ball?
I think I would, and attempt a safe on that 3-ball.
Once you get to it, right?
Yeah, because I don't think there is... Let's get in there a little bit snugger. I don't know if that's a word. Do you think that's a snugger? Snugger? You gotta look that one up.
Like snuggle.
I don't-
Snugger up on next to it.
I don't think that 3-7 goes.
I don't think it does either.
Oh, you look at it there, and it definitely does not go. You'd have to get right next to it.
You got to find a way to rake them up if that's possible. Nah, like I said, why is he even? Yeah, he played a safe shot.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
he got him too.
I think so. There was no need to make that 1 ball and then make it difficult to even reach the 3. He's going to come off that rail, or can he see it? No, he can see the edge.
Wow, he could actually see more than enough of it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he hit it too thick.
Yeah, the monitor's very deceiving.
Cameras, you got that fisheye effect, especially from the overhead view like this.
Right.
And it's very slight. I try to make it as minimal as possible, but you still got that, it's a stationary lens above there. But still got a little bit of the fisheye.
Another, that was another play that I think he, obviously playing a safe shot, but it was risky, and it paid off.
Yeah, I think this is a really good safe. Do you think the fish get offended by that at all?
Fisheye.
When you say fisheye with a camera?
Oh, that's so cute. The fish.
All right, I am going to take a look at that. Oh, never mind. That's still the kick shot from before, so doesn't matter.
That was a nice shot just to have a legal shot there was not the easiest.
Nicely played.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get behind. Let's see if he's behind that 7-ball. Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, okay, now, are you going to masse around that 7, or are you looking for the kick?
I think it's too close to masse. I think Chris is going to jump over the corner.
Jump over? Yeah, he's jumping.
Boy, this is a tough shot.
Yeah, it's got to go a long ways.
I'm going to get ready on the replay button to see how this works out.
Oh, that was close.
Got over it.
Yes, he did. I'm going to watch the replay here, see how close he got.
Yeah, that did not miss by much.
No. I'm one of those guys. I have a jump cue, but I rarely use it. I rarely practice with it, and that's probably part and parcel while I prefer to kick.
I would think that given your height, I bet you'd be really good at jumping, though. I mean, because you could reach any spot on the table.
Yeah.
I really think it'd be beneficial for you.
Definitely a height. The height is an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Like anything else, you have to be committed to work on it.
Not the case, huh?
I do work on it here and there, but it's not like I'm going to be shooting nothing but jump shots for 2 hours straight.
What kind of table you have at home?
I have a 8-foot Brunswick,
Nice.
and it is a nice table. It's the fit and finish isn't anywhere near a diamond, but it plays very good. It plays very well. It's a fast table with a Sonoma's cloth. And I like the idea that it makes it a lot easier to transition from a 7-foot to a 9-foot table.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I played on a 9-foot table, it was scary. It seemed so big, and I couldn't make a shot anywhere.
How do you think it felt for me?
I just reaching the top. I mean,
Yeah.
the ledge of the table could be a challenge.
I was telling Rob, the bartender here, this was last week, that when I was a kid, the true story too. And don't you hate it when people say that? You preempt your statement by saying true story, so you know it's probably a lie
bullshit,
already.
right? Yeah,
it's
yeah,
probably
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, but I want to hear the story anyway.
But when I started playing pool when I was 11. 11, 12, somewhere around there. And you remember the old Carnation milk crates, the plastic milk crate?
Yes.
You get like 4 1-gallon jugs in each one.
Mhm.
So we had those. My grandparents actually, or my grandfather, worked at Carnation in Chilton.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a bunch of those crates, and I would move that around we had an 8-foot Fisher at our house.
Okay.
Tight pockets. It had the old side-by-side nickel slots in it. And, we're jumping again. Cool. So, yeah, I'd walk around with my milk crate in order to play pool.
Uh-huh.
Still have it,
Wow.
the milk crates.
Hanging on the wall, or you still use it?
That table's way too big for me
Is
to
it?
hang
Yeah.
on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. Milk crate, yeah. Well, we got over.
I would imagine you became pretty proficient with using a bridge, a mechanical bridge.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I said,
Yeah.
not joking around, because a lot of people, they hate using it because they can't make a shot using it, or they just
really
have
difficult.
Yeah. It's something to be mastered, just like a jump shot, huh?
I think the extension for the cues
Yeah.
was brilliant in a lot of ways, because it takes away from having to use, unless you're playing on a 9-foot table, of course. But that extension really helped with not having to use a bridge very much anymore.
I could never understand why cues were standard 58 inches long, no matter what. They were made for cheddar people like you.
Cheddar people like you.
Well, and then I come along and I'm 6'6", and I feel like a 58-inch cue is a toothpick, and I said, why the hell am I being forced to play with this and not something that's
Sure.
6 feet long, 6 feet or longer?
Okay.
Yeah, and
You can have them custom made. But
well, mine is 75 inches long.
is it really?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. It's
What?
No, I'm
58 to 75. That's extra
No.
17 inches.
No, it's I have a 6-inch extension and a 30-inch shaft, so that would be 65 inches.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That makes
Yeah.
more sense, and that feels like a natural length to me. When you're standing and you're addressing the cue properly with that, the right angle at 90 degrees, and your bridge head where it needs to be, everything's in the right place for me. Whereas with a 58-inch cue, everything has to be scrunched together and it's awkward. And,
Makes sense.
Yeah, I blame that 58-inch cue for
A lot of
creating
your losses.
Yeah, slow start in this game. I again, how much better I could have been if I started with the right.
I'm gonna
right
get you.
size cue.
I'm gonna get you the pool player's excuse shirt.
Yeah, it's they might have some that I haven't used on there.
All right. So this is quite interesting what has transpired in the last 45 minutes or so, somewhere around there, half hour. Chris was up. Oh my gosh! And
He's
I'm not
done-
even going to bother saying the rest of what I was going to.
Is that the third time?
He's missed
That's
some
his-
really key shots. But what I was about to say
Yeah.
is, Chris Green was up 6-3, and now it's about to be 6-6, right? Until he missed that shot.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Give that man another beer. Yeah, he's not a happy camper.
Nope.
Well, you mentioned that, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Last week when he played, he won 3 games because of that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Good point.
And now it's like the tables have turned around, and it's, Murphy's Law, so to speak, huh? Wow.
All right, let's talk about this gentleman. Of course, everybody knows him. His name is John Kramer.
The Hall of
And
Fame guy.
Yes, sir. He is the man in charge of, the rest of the team. You've got, players are going to take a timeout, so we're going to sit and talk for a little bit.
There we go.
Actually, what we'll do...
You were talking about John Kramer?
If I can find the other one, bear with me just a little bit. We'll leave that up there just for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then... There it is. So, one of the things that... all right, let me get that a little bit better. So, if you are not currently a member... there's a very good reason why I bring this up. Right now, voting is open for this year's nominees.
Right.
For the Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame, you can pick 4 nominees out of, I think there's like 16 that are listed. Somewhere on the website, I think it's either 12 or 16, 14, something like that, nominees. So you get to pick, pretty sure it's 4. But anyway, you can't do that unless you're a member.
Right.
So, and there is no better organization anywhere in the U.S. that promotes and preserves the game of pool better than Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I believe that. Absolutely.
You've got not only John Kramer, but you've got Greg Andler, Kelly O'Hearn, Jan Maglio. Trying to think. Matt Strong is now part of the committee.
Mm-hmm.
And they do just an incredible job of not only, again, preserving the game, but, they host the Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame weekend. He had his booth up at WISPA 2 weeks ago in Appleton. So, anyway.
And the awards banquet, that's an amazing event to go to, the awards banquet.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And how many, you've been to a couple of them already, right?
I've been to one.
Okay. The emotion that goes along with one of the inductees, it brings out, it's brought me to tears many times. And I remember Larry Neville getting his.
Right.
John Fields did his speech. There's several that were really emotional and well-deserved, in a lot of aspects. Actually, this is really good because the players are coming back already, so it wasn't a long break.
Oh, that was fast.
Anyway, exactly what Fred was talking about is you never want to miss the awards ceremony because it's the best part of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The dinner, everything about it is fantastic, but it's such a minimal fee for an entire year. Actually, you've got a 1 year, 3 year, or 5 year membership. For a 5-year membership, only $40. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, you spend $40 every time you go to Pool League.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly. What's one more week? So anyway, if you're not a member, well, shame on you. You should be. If you're from Wisconsin. Now, if you live in Maine, like Donnie does, we'll let him slide, I think. I don't know. maybe we should make him. Maybe we could guilt him into becoming a member too.
I think you got to keep the pressure on.
I think we should too.
Yeah, yeah.
Donnie, what were you thinking?
He's got family here after all, right?
Yeah, from Ripon.
Hey,
yeah, very good point.
Yeah, yeah. There's a Christmas gift for his family out here.
So Pork Rasmussen says when pool was invented, the average height of people was like 5'8". That's why 58-inch cues.
You know, I've always looked at it, and a cue should be up to your shoulder height standing, and then
I'd have a 3-foot cue then.
you might shoot better. But I always looked
That
at
one
it,
hurt.
you know, if it's the height of your shoulder, it's pretty much a natural fit for your posture.
Okay.
But you know, you've got pretty long arms, and that makes up the difference a little bit. And
Broad shoulders.
yes,
Yeah.
a big head.
Wow.
It goes with the territory. It goes with the territory. You have to expect those things. Be proud.
And you're fired again. Is that a true story, Gene Rasmussen? Oh, you made the 9-ball on the break. So 9-ball on the break, Fred, does not count.
Oh, that's right. He spotted
They
it,
have
right?
to, yeah, they have to
Okay.
spot it.
That's one of the rules that you established
Yes, sir.
between the players.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think, and again, this is just my opinion, but you look at some of the professional matches, and they call it the golden break.
Right. Right.
It's not a planned shot. It's not, they're purposely racking or setting up the cue ball or whatever to make the 9-ball. It's a lucky shot, you know. Some people can, some of the top pros, they can maybe rack it or manipulate it, you know, to maybe make it.
Right, right. But they do that, then they're not getting the positional play that want to.
Yes.
That would be ideal, and we all know that when the pros play, they're looking to drop that wing ball and then put that one ball in a position to make it and
Correct.
play off of it, and that's what I love about the Magic Rack. You can duplicate that with the Magic Rack
Every time.
and you don't have to smack-a-roolie everything. You can just use a medium speed break or even less, and you're going to drop that wing ball and get position on the one.
When I'm using the Magic Rack on a bar table or a 7-footer,
Yeah.
I normally break at about 25%.
Yeah.
It is a very slow, soft pace, and I'm usually making either a ball on the side or a ball in the corner with a shot on the one.
That created the realization for me when you're breaking that accuracy is significantly more important than speed.
100%.
Yes. And I think it took years for the pros to figure that out, because for decades, as long as I can remember, they would just slam that break as hard as they possibly can regardless, and hope for the best.
That was the biggest argument with Earl Strickland. And you haven't been playing long enough to where you would. I've been playing again since I was 11 or 12, and I went down to. It was the Camel Tour back then that played at Romines, and that's when Corey Deuel first came onto the scene, playing against Earl Strickland in the finals of one of the Camel Tour events. And Earl actually broke down his cue and quit because Corey was soft breaking him
And just setting
and
things
just
up.
destroying him.
Yeah.
And Earl says, you can't do that. You can't. You got to hit him as hard as you possibly can. And no, you don't.
Yeah, says who?
There's no rule.
but yeah, that's the interesting thing. It's like that invention that how come nobody ever thought of that before? It was so obvious.
Yeah,
The same kind of thing. How come no one thought of that before Corey Deuel came along? And
absolutely.
Very
Very good out by Chris Foose there, tying it up at 7-6.
7 apiece. Wow, this is going to go hill.
You think so?
I can sense it.
I believe it is too.
Yeah, it's amazing how many of the matchups in your KO challenges do end up that way.
It's exciting for the viewers. We pay the players ahead of time to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say, is the check in the mail
yes.
before the match or after the match?
After.
After.
Yeah,
Okay,
otherwise they renege on it, and then
yeah.
we're SOL.
Pool players are like that. It's disgusting. No, but
Roger Pregler says that you're on a roll right now.
Oh, cool.
Not
cool.
sure exactly what.
I'm not sure what that means either, but I'm going to take it for all it's worth. Run with it.
Yeah,
thank you, Roger.
Yeah, and Roger's not really one to pay a lot of people compliments. So I would run with it. Put it in your pocket and go home.
And I don't run so fast anymore. First of all, I get tired a lot quicker.
Sure.
And I'm not saying I don't have long legs, but being 70 years old does make a difference.
Slightly, yes.
Yeah. But
Sherry McDonald says you've seen some matchroom matches where pros get a foul for soft breaking. Yes, so that is the rule. What is it? Three balls.
3-point rule.
Yeah, the 3-point rule where 3 balls have to cross the kitchen line.
Yeah. Head string, or is that the
head string? Yep.
Head string or the foot string? Yeah.
Head string.
Head string. Okay. I always get that confused. What side is the head string on?
Foot string is on the rack side.
Okay, got it.
Head string is the rack side. Or I'm sorry, the break side.
That's my dyslexia thing kicking in when I keep getting confused about that.
I get it. Yeah.
Do you get it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Every day.
The foot? All right.
If I was Chris Foose right now, I would be pushing out. Yeah, I don't know if he is or not, but he can actually kick maybe into a safe here. Well, somewhat of a safe. He doesn't give Chris Green a offensive shot. Well, then again, if you've watched Chris Green shoot, a lot of it's very offensive.
I don't know that I'd be coming at it at an angle like this. Okay, not bad at all. That was good. I thought the view made it look like you could easily scratch if you were just a hair off.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
All right.
This is not an easy hit for Chris Foose either.
I don't know if there's a path past that around that 6 ball.
No, he's getting his jump cue out. He's going to jump over the edge of that 6 and jump kick.
Down about 1.5 diamonds from the pocket. Yeah, we'll see. Well, have we seen Mr. Foose use a jump cue yet?
Yep, once. Successfully, too.
Oh, good.
Didn't make the ball, but got a hit.
See, I have to jump more of a. Ooh, he did
very nice.
Good job. That was a great job. When I'm jumping, I have a proclivity to prefer the dart style jump, and I think that has more to do with my shoulders. Getting my arm jacked up on my shoulder pretty high.
Sure. Alrighty. 1 to the 3 is the difficulty that Chris Foose is facing here. This is an opportunity, Fred. for us to be actually tied again, and then it's going to be a race to 5 for $600. You ever played a race to 5 for $600? I never have.
The last 5 games of a tournament.
All right, fair enough.
Where the prize was 500 or more. Yeah,
sure.
But that doesn't preclude what you went for beforehand. No, I've never gambled like that in pool, and that's not to say that I haven't won or lost more money than that in the past sometime. Oh, what happened there?
Scratch.
Wow.
Oh, and got a little bit fortunate. Now they are playing 3 foul rule, so
okay.
Chris can actually stick Chris on the back side of this 7 really tight and make it extremely challenging for Chris Green to get a hit. I think
that's
I would
what
actually,
I would do.
I would too.
Is he looking at that?
I would not be aggressive with this.
Oh.
We could do it that way too.
That way too.
But this is very simple because it's just a stop shot.
I think he's going to do it. Yeah.
He is because he's drawing.
There we go.
Yeah, this is not an easy hit at all for Chris Green.
There's a path. There's a path.
2
There's
rails.
a kick shot. No, no, I see a kick shot.
This way. Oh, that way too. That kind of brings the 5 into play, though.
That's true. Let's see if he can. Oh,
nope. That was a foul.
I think so. It hit the 5 first. Are they going to look at it? Well, that was interesting. I didn't even realize you had it on the monitor outside.
Oh, sure.
And because they both scrambled over there to look at it.
Yeah, they want to look at it on the replay. So, yeah, that was definitely hit the 5 first.
So
now that is 2 fouls on Chris.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said that was the 3rd one.
So legally, you should, if he's going to play safe, you have to let your opponent know that they're on 2. But this is not a very difficult rack to run out. So I think I would just, take ball in hand on the 3 and try to get out.
You're right.
If I hadn't met Lisa 9 3/4 years ago and I had met you, I think I would have probably married you instead, because I've never heard your right more in my entire life. Lisa doesn't say that at all at home. So
I thought you were about to propose to me or some shit. I was getting nervous. Oh my goodness!
It's one of my favorite things to do is make my co-commentators uncomfortable.
Yeah. Another tool in the repertoire.
Yeah, my co-commentators bring out the best and the worst in me all the time. It's never my fault.
Okay, is he going to hook himself here?
I think he just did.
Oh.
I am pretty sure he just did. I'm looking right down the barrel at this. Man, is it close, Fred. I think he got just far enough. Let's see if we can get in a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't really do any justice there.
Yeah. You want to be on an overhead to see that. Can you zoom on the overhead?
I can, but then I'd have to zoom back out, and man, that just doesn't.
It's really tight. I'd be tempted to just put a little bit of spin on it to get around that 7 ball. But it looks like he's addressing it on that vertical axis, and it was there the whole time.
Not even close.
Yeah, sometimes you can't tell unless you're the man standing or the person standing behind the cue ball
and
the shot line.
So Trevor Simpson says, being tall, you don't have to jack up as much as you think, Fred. I thought the same at first when I started trying to jump until I was showed differently. FYI, I'm 6'5".
Yeah, so he would know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oy.
Oh.
Tried to use a little inside spin there and overcut it,
By quite a bit.
which brings Chris Green to the table, and I guarantee he's going to take on this bank.
Oh, you betcha.
I would. Oh no.
Just sold out.
See, I don't think I would have played that. I think that was a really good opportunity to play a safe. You know, just kind of thin that 7 and try to get behind the 9. Because those are shots that can cost you a match.
Yeah, or if nothing else, create a lot of separation
Yes.
from the two balls. And that's sometimes that's a lot easier than trying to hide behind something.
Indeed.
So we're going to be tying this thing up again if all goes well. I'm not going to try to curse it. I leave that up to you.
I think you should try it
Yeah.
once
yeah.
or twice.
Yeah.
Let's see if you're good at it. Matt Strong is really good at commentators' curses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get in the rhythm.
You got to get the vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to get the. Yeah, I think you're safe here. I don't think
Yeah.
you're going to get. But
You know,
Chris Foose has missed 1 or 2 of these 9 balls. Not to jinx him, but dead center.
Yeah. He's learned his lesson.
Well, we are actually all tied up now. It is a race to 5 for $575, which breaks down to roughly $110 a game, or $115 a game.
So they're collecting winnings all along the way to the final championship game, right?
Yes.
Or is that
from here on
cumulative?
out? Yes.
Okay,
From
yeah.
here on out.
Okay, so they're just in the money now if they win.
Right.
Gotcha.
And actually, there's the payout again. We've got $5,000 for first place, $2,500 for second place, $1,500 for third and fourth because
Yeah,
it's a single elimination, and then 5th through 8th all get $575 apiece.
And this is a 6-week event.
This has been going for. This one started back in end of November. Yep.
Yeah, about a 6. Right.
Yeah, we had Christmas break in there and New Year's
and
state
all of
tournament.
that. Yeah.
So-
So there was a little bit of delay and stuff in there. How far has any player traveled to play in your KO challenges?
Jimmy Newman is the furthest at 4.5 hours, or 5, right around 5 hours.
I know Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah, he drives from Michigan to play.
He's from what I understand, he's looking to buy a bar pool hall.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. That's
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's his dream. Yeah. He's certainly young enough to do it and have the energy to do it, and you know what? A lot of times that's what it takes.
Yes.
You need that energy. You definitely do. It makes.
And you better have a lot of it if you're going to be in the bar business and the pool hall business.
Yeah, 24/7.
It'll wear you out.
Yeah. It's like the restaurant business. It's the likelihood, the odds are against you. So the ones who make it happen, the ones who make it past 5 years, hats off to them.
Tough business.
Yeah, you've got to be a jack of all trades, and in that kind of business, got to be able to do it at all. Do it all.
This is a really good opportunity, Fred, I think, to pocket this 1 ball and draw back for the 3-9 combo. I don't, because what are you going to do with that 4-5 because it's such a simple combo, my opinion. So now, how are you going to get on the 4? Given where
He's got a 2-way opportunity to carry him into the 9 right here.
Right, but if you make the 3 right now, you've got no shot on the 4 ball.
Right. You're right. Right. Okay. That's where the really thinking part of the game comes in. Seeing you have to see those opportunities, and if you don't see it, you're never going to be there.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I was talking about is now.
Now what has he got? Yeah.
And actually, this is a really difficult hit to get a legal hit on this.
Is it going to get there? Oh yeah, it got there. Nice hit.
Good hit.
That was a challenge. You were right.
But he had a really good opportunity to, like I said, that 3-9 combo was there for the taking.
He didn't see it. He did not see that opportunity. And a lot of times you say, "Well, I did see it," but anyway, I was actually surprised that Chris didn't see that shot.
Yeah, he's a pretty aggressive player most of the time.
He is, especially when he starts to get on a roll and get that I'm in the zone frame of mind. He just moves from one shot to the next and just keeps banging them in.
Too hard.
Ooh.
Hit it way too hard.
I'm almost surprised that he did the carom instead of the combo. It's preference, I guess.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just personal preference. Pretty easy combo now.
Right.
And left himself set up pretty good for the 4 ball. Well, if Chris Foose can find a way to manage these 5 balls, it is going to be the very first time he has taken a lead in this match. He has never been in the lead yet.
You're right.
Man, I love you, Fred. That's like the 20th time you said you're right. I mean, this is my best day ever, to be honest, folks.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better.
I'm used to my wife saying no before she even heard what I said. Okay, now let's see. Does he have a little angle on that?
I think so. I would try to force this around.
Yeah.
And try to play the 7 in the side by the 9.
Right. You got to put a lot of force follow on that. Bring it back up. And
this is fine too. I didn't realize it went past the 8 ball. Plenty of room.
Yeah.
So now he can just float this down, play the 8 in the side by the 9,
Yeah.
and then.
This is one of those bing bada boom situations.
Mm-hmm.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Way to keep it PG.
Yeah.
This is one of those that you can easily let up on, and not. You hit that really well. Might have gone a little bit
far, but he can always come down on the other side and have a shot up in the corner of the side, depending upon where he's left himself. This is just a cue ball control shot right here to make it right.
So, Fred, have you been watching the stroke zone at all?
No, regrettably, I haven't. And I know it's going very well with reasonable success, if not significantly more than that. You should probably touch on that. Or is that in a commercial somewhere? Advertisement?
It is not in a commercial. Well, actually, yes, it is. We do have Kim Davenport's commercial.
Uh-huh.
So I may put that up there in a little bit, but oh boy. He has left himself. This is not a simple shot. Look how close this is to the rail.
Yeah. Yeah, he just didn't. It's like you said before. He overshot that that leave to get on the 8 ball, and then that's going to have consequences and make the next shot a little bit more difficult too. So he's got to thin this in this side, or just have a nice stroke to take it all the way up. One of the two. It looks like he's going to be shooting for the side.
And if you go all the way down, you bring the other side pocket into play for a scratch.
Yes, you
so
do.
This is.
And that's exactly what happened. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I think not only an execution error, I think it was a mental error. I think the smarter shot was the side pocket.
Well, I think the difficulty is, or what the mistake that was made was the shape on the 7 ball.
Yes.
Or the 7 to the 8, I should say.
Right, 7 to the 8. Yeah, he overshot his sleeve, and that was the start.
So before he breaks,
I'm sorry,
That's all right. Go ahead.
Is that Fargo Sandbagger on his?
Sure is.
Yeah,
sure is. He requested that.
You know, I know he's got a reputation for that, but do you really want to advertise it?
Probably not the best thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're guilty of it, just be loud and proud.
Well, we all know Chris Green.
Loud and proud. That he is, for sure. Oh, there's
nothing down on that one.
This is a good opportunity. Imagine after you make that 1 and driving that 2 ball right in. That 9 could be flying down.
Yeah.
That he can send that 9 flying on his next shot if he wants to.
I would.
And
it could definitely go in the bottom right.
You betcha.
Here's the almost identical shot that he had on the 9 ball in the previous game. He's got a thin cut in the side. Not easy. Well, he had a lot more to work with than I thought. Tied up the 4 ball.
Well, you got to bank this one, unless you're looking to find a safe shot somewhere. I would be tempted to look for a safe shot, some type of that avenue. I honestly think, there's a way to bring that cue ball down behind the 6 ball. Create some separation at the same time. That's exactly what he was. Oh, he made the shot. Wow, that was nice. That was nice.
Not much future in this, though.
Yeah.
He could actually potentially play like a 4-6 carom after he pockets the 3. We'll see how that works out.
I think I would have looked for the safe shot, get that cue ball all the way down behind the 4 and the 6. But it is what it is. Let's see what he can do with it. Sometimes the aggressive frame of mind is all you need.
Positive thinking.
You bet.
Uh-oh. I don't know if he was going for the break there or... Well, that might not be the worst miss, though.
No, that as long as that 4-6 is a challenge, then nothing's going to be easy until that's addressed.
Uh-oh. That was a lot of deceleration there on that shot by Chris Green. He kind of jabbed at.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there.
Or he just flat out missed it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right. Again, in this situation, I'm taking that 3 right down into the 7, and I'm going to be.
I'm going to hit it hard, too.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a really good chance. If you go to the side view, there is a really good chance that 9 ball goes in that bottom right-hand pocket. So I'm going to hit this 3 hard.
I would. Sometimes you just got to take the risk and let things fly, as they say.
Seven's going in no matter what.
Right.
As long as it hits a piece of the 9. If it goes straight into the rail, maybe it could end up staying there, but I doubt it.
It'd be interesting to see exactly what he was going to be doing. Is he going to float this down, or is he going to power it?
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of if you play that.
That's why you had to hit it firm.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get things make something happen.
Now, the odds of Chris hitting this is not very good. It's a very, very low percentage. So, I got to go out.
Someone's got to watch it, right? Yep. Yeah, I think Cheddar's going out there to referee this shot. Got the trusty camera on it. And which way is he going to do it? Okay, let's see what happens here. Oh, was that a good shot? We're about to find out. I'm looking at the replay on the delayed play. I think we're probably going to look at that one again as soon as Little Cheddar gets back in here. Well, they're talking about it. It must be very, very close. Anyway, we've all been there. He certainly hit it hard. Wanted to get that 9 ball flying on the shot, and we're going to see what happened because that 9 ball also dropped. They're looking at it again. Was it that close? Well, in case you missed it, you probably saw Little Cheddar playing around with the balls out there for a while. But looks like we're back on track. What happened there?
Yeah, so what ended up happening was Chris Foose thought that it was a good hit, and it was not. I did it, the slow motion instant replay, and both agreed it was a foul.
Okay.
But Chris Foose had already moved all the balls thinking that it was a good hit, so
Right.
had to go back to put them relatively close to where they were.
I think you got them pretty much, I mean, within half an inch of where they were,
I hope
judging
so.
by the freeze that you had on the monitor right here. You did good.
Thank you.
Yep.
Wow.
Another jump.
Actually, so I'm gonna. Can somebody look this up for me in the chat, because I'm gonna pause this game for a second. Hang on a second. This might. All right, so there's always something fun, isn't there? I agree with everybody in the chat. And I didn't realize actually what was happening at the moment until the chat brought it up that he moved all the balls or whatever prior to me making a call. And he had asked me to come out, but didn't wait for the ruling. So, Roger's right. Everybody else, the Pork, everybody that said it is a loss of game is correct. But here we are. That because I reset the balls, I agree with Alex Van Boxtel and Jamie Cools. Yes, should have played continues. So I left it up to the players. And that's what I try to always do because I don't want to cause an argument and so on. So they flipped a quarter. Hang on a second. So what ended up happening is they both agreed that they were going to flip a quarter. And if it ended up being tails, Chris would have ball in hand and continue shooting. If it ended up being heads, they concluded that it was going to be loss of game. So it ended up being heads, and here we are. Now, wasn't that fun? I was just, to be honest with you, Fred, I was just as flabbergasted, or I didn't realize what was going on.
Yeah.
That, you know, when he had moved all the balls and everything, because he had assumed that it was a good hit.
Yeah.
And it was not.
There was nothing precarious about it. No bad intentions at all. Just one of those things. But so they ended up flipping for it, correct?
Yep.
Basically is what they did. So
I gave him a couple of options and told him, I said, you can either take ball in hand, continue shooting, or continue with ball in hand for Chris as the ball's laid, or let's re-rack it and play the game over, right? So you got those three options. They agreed with two options, re-rack, or I'm sorry, not the re-rack.
the forfeit or
you lose the game or ball in hand for Chris Green.
And they ended up ball in hand
Loss.
for Chris Green?
Nope,
Oh, the loss. Okay. Well, yeah, and that's good. At least it sticks by the letter of the rule.
Yeah, and Gene, I agree with Gene Rasmussen, too. If you call the ref, you should always wait for the ruling. That's
what we were talking about before,
yes.
Correct, you bet.
It should have been a loss anyway.
Right. So, basically, it was a brain fart.
Yeah, and Chris Foose actually agreed. He's like,
Yeah.
yep, I get it.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes you do things subconsciously that, why the hell did I do that? Yeah, but it is what it is, and here we are.
Doesn't matter anymore. Let's move
Right.
on. Cool. All right, so we've got, this 9-ball for
Back to within one.
Fred. I think you might be right in what's going on here. We may end up going hill.
I think so.
It's on a crash course for it.
What? Oh, what was that?
He was just messing around with Chris.
Oh, okay. I thought he had a back spasm or something. The
No,
way he was flopping around like that.
He just kind of waved his hands to pretend he was moving all the balls. I like it.
Yeah. You got to have a sense of humor about it, huh? My first and favorite drink here.
Is that genuine water? Is that right out of Lake Winnebago?
No, it's you know what, the only time it's a cocktail, but the only time I ever have this cocktail is Pool Ignite.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a tall gin tonic with a lime.
Looks delicious.
It is good. It is good. I don't normally
Oh,
what the heck?
Bad kick.
Oh my goodness.
Watch this on the replay over there. Oh, wait, I got to get that one started again.
Yeah, we're behind. Yeah, I was saying, you know how it's with music, if you listen to the same song too often, you wear it out. It's kind of like that. If I have the same drink too often, I lose my taste for it.
Yep.
So yeah, if I limit it to just pool league night, then it tastes a whole lot better. It's unique to pool league.
It's like the Philly cheesesteak sandwiches on Thursdays. You know,
Yeah,
that's the special here. Yeah.
and it's really good.
Oh, best Philly ever, my opinion.
I don't remember what the price is, but it is an incredible price. I mean, you couldn't make one at home for that price.
I think it's 6 something, or I get the double meat, no mushrooms on mine, and it is a full meal.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it
yeah.
is. I'm full after. I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah. I'm
You
usually
need 2
putting
of them,
some.
right?
Well, no, I don't eat as much as I used to. There was a day when I burned 7,000 calories a day and couldn't gain a pound, and now I have to.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, Kerplunk. Oh my.
Guess
We've
what?
seen a lot of that. We've
We're-
seen a lot of that.
We are all tied
Tied.
up at 9
Oh,
apiece.
commentator's curse. There's still a 9 ball to put in.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not going to be
I think
too
you're not.
concerned. Wow.
I would have laughed my ass off at you.
At
not-
me.
And,
At
I
me.
would and I would have been crying for him.
Wow, that is real unfortunate for Chris Green.
Yes,
but
it is.
man, I'll tell you, that was not. He kind of let up a little bit on that 8 ball, and I didn't know if he thought it was just going to go straight across. But yeah, it was kind of obvious it was destined for that pocket after it hit the 9.
Oh yeah, but you know what? For better or for worse, these are the things that make these matches exciting to watch.
You betcha. You know Kevin Dorn? You know Kevin Dorn, right?
Kevin, who?
Yes.
Is he?
One of the guys that I have a hard time talking about as well, but his wife is one of my sponsors, Lynn. Super awesome lady, and what she's doing with Kevin is she has earned her place in heaven. There's no question about it. When she knows where she's going. If you got to put up with Kevin Dorn for that long,
She's had to put down the hammer for a lot of years.
oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
But she owns LK Painting and Staining.
Yeah.
And they work with doors, windows, walls, base case, staircase cabinets, and really anything in a home that needs to be finished, including picking up dog shit in your backyard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I bet she delegates that to Kevin.
That's what Kevin does.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
his
Yeah.
side hustle.
You know, you could probably really start a side hustle with that too.
No, there's already companies that do that.
Yeah.
That go around literally, and they make $130,000 a year just going to your house picking up dog poop.
Yeah.
Not kidding.
Yeah. We'll come by every day, once a day. What would that be like?
I think it's once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah, once a week, and they have like 60 or 70 customers
Yeah.
that they just keep rotating once a week.
Yeah.
And what a
50
business.
$50 a month, $30 a month, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's better than lawn care.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It's a shitty business, but somebody's
yeah.
got to do it. Sorry, I'd like to apologize to
I should have
all of
caught
our
that.
viewers again.
Yeah, I should have caught that punchline before you did.
You knew it was coming,
yeah,
didn't you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So Gene Rasmussen says Chris Foose has a lot of brain farts. Now got to get back in it mentally, and I think he's there.
Yes.
I think he might be there already.
Sometimes in pool, sometimes it's the hardest thing to do is get back into that proper mental frame of mind when you've had a temporary lapse.
Sure.
By the way, thank you for the drink.
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure.
I should drop by more often, get a free drink.
Well, I think our viewers are probably going to be in agreement when I say that you are welcome in the booth at any time, because it's a pleasure having you in here. It is.
It's relaxing, and you know what? sometimes it's a hell of a lot nicer than staying home with the old lady. Sorry, Tammy, I got to add something to this conversation. At your expense, of course.
Yeah, I do it to Mrs. Cheddar all the time.
Yeah, this is better than the doghouse.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Well, for me, the doghouse is the man cave.
Garage
So
or something.
yeah, where the pool table is
Yeah.
and the bar
I don't mind.
and the
going
mo-
there.
Yeah, yeah. I got everything I need.
It's Tammy.
Tammy.
So
that's
does
right.
she have a she shed?
I'm actually have started a she shed, and I got the walls, the siding, the roof, all that up before winter hit, and now I get to finish it off. Is probably get back on it within a month.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I don't know how many.
She got a lot of girlfriends that she's going to be inviting over when you're here in the booth.
I wouldn't be. Oh, I thought you were going to say when I'm at home.
Well, there wouldn't be anything wrong with that either.
That's where I was.
That's
Where
not where I was
driving,
going with
yeah,
that, but I like the way you think.
Yeah. No, originally it was going to be the tool shed, that whole thing. But then all of a sudden it became ornamental and had skylights on it, and nice wood and
Sure.
that whole thing, and built it on top of the deck that I just put out there, and little things that keep me busy and keeping the little lady happy.
Happy life, happy wife, happy life.
I tell her the same thing in reverse, keep me happy and
Things will be good.
Yeah.
Sure.
I am the king after all, and you're my queen.
Yeah.
That-
I mean, how that
yeah,
works out
yeah,
for you.
Yeah.
Well, it's been working for 13 years for
Yeah.
you, so you're doing something right. Good
That's-
shot by Chris Foose there. Holding that for the 6 was not an easy shot.
Yeah, that's why my man cave is the doghouse. It all works out. It's not too hot here yet.
Well, there's a lot of hot air in this booth most of the time
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I'm in
yeah,
here, so
yeah.
you don't have to be so agreeable again. So this, if and I said this before, Fred.
Yeah.
But if Chris Foose can navigate these 4 balls, he's going to take the lead for the very first time. Chris Foose has never led in this match yet.
Yeah, let's see what kind of shape he comes down with for that 7 ball. That's going to be key.
I hope he's not going to try and hold for this 7-9 combo because
No,
That
no,
is
no,
not
that's
the right play.
No, you just need to get an angle on the 7 in the corner, come back. Oh my goodness!
Oh boy.
He didn't get the leave he wanted on that 7 ball either.
No, sir.
It almost looks like, is he standing up on some of his shots, on his pressure shots? Okay, I'll watch it right
let's
here.
take a look at that.
Yeah, I kind of get in the back of my mind that, and a lot of people do that on the pressure shots. They've got body movement going on. Let's see what happens here on the replay here.
I like what Sherry McDonald says when you were talking about doing the pooper scoopers.
Yeah.
She says, our job stinks, but it's picking up. I love it. I love it. And think about
It gives a whole new meaning to the term doggy bag.
yeah.
Yeah, when you go out, just put the extra leftovers here in the doggy bag. And, it gives it a whole new meaning.
I wait until winter.
Yeah.
When all of them are frozen.
Frozen.
They're
right.
a lot easier to pick up. The worst part is because I've done it before because I'm not the world's tallest guy or whatever.
Closer to the ground, that's
closer
all.
to the ground. But what ends up happening is when you trip over a frozen turd and land face in the snow and everything, it's you pray to God that your neighbors are not watching. Because it's embarrassing as hell.
Yeah. yeah.
I've sprained an ankle on a frozen turd.
Were your neighbors watching?
Jeff actually came over to help me, and I had crap all over my face.
He came out to laugh his ass off.
I bet, I never even thought of that. I think you're probably right.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bud thing, If there's an opportunity to yank someone's chain, you do it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Which is why I'm in the job that I am, because I feel like I can yank a lot of chains from this microphone.
Yeah, you've gotten to be pretty good at that over the years, I got to say.
Chain yanking?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think.
It's that witty sarcasm thing, that chain yanking.
All right, moving along.
Yeah.
This is really, really good shape. This
wow.
is perfect.
How
speed.
did he manufactured that? Yeah, he's in perfect shape to come down. You just don't want to overhit this.
Oh, nice, even, beautiful. Center pocket. Well, for the first time, Chris Foose is in the lead.
Yep. Well, these guys are hanging in there. Come rain or shine on every shot, and there's been rain and there's been did I say shine?
Wow.
Yeah.
You want me to get you another one, Fred?
I'm getting tongue twisted here. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to repeat myself. Come rain or come shine, and a lot of that's been going on in this game. They just keep grinding away and making it happen, and that's what I love to see. It reminds me of Wisconsin Hall of Fame. Have you seen that poster that they have talking about it's just a game? Have you ever read that? John Kramer has them. I actually framed it. Pool, it's just a game, right? And then it goes through a whole dissertation about pool and its relationship to life.
I don't think I've ever. Is it on Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame? The website?
I got the poster when I signed up for their membership.
Okay.
They sent it to me in a tube and that whole thing, right? And it was so awesome what it said, and I wish I had it here. You could probably look it up. It was so awesome in its correlation to life in general that I ended up framing it and putting it on the wall in my man cave with all my other pool memorabilia and bullshit. But look it up and read it. I encourage you to. And while you're at it, looking it up on his website, sign up. Get your membership.
Indeed.
Okay. And guess what? Chris Fuss has taken the lead, 10-9.
So here's the nominees, just so everybody is aware. Bonnie Arnold, George Brunt, Ron Dobozinski, Janet Damabel, Gordy Hart, Pete Hurd definitely should be in there.
Yes.
Scott Herbeck, Rob Havok, John Lewis, another one that should be in there. Greg Mansky, Bill Milkey, Joe Pischauer, definitely Joe Pischauer. Susie Quall, Lynn Reed, and Fred Reiser.
I met Fred Reiser before I even knew who he was.
Sorry, Reiser. It's actually
Reiser.
Fred Reiser. I was
Okay.
corrected on that the last time, and with good reason. All right, I am trying to find.
Reiser and Reiser, same person?
Yes,
Okay.
Fred's a good man. So you were saying you've met Fred?
Yeah, what's that big beer company down where he lives?
New Glarus?
New Glarus. The wife and I were down in New Glarus. We went on the tour of the whole factory there, which is phenomenal. And we just happened to stop into a bar that has a pool table because it has to have a pool table if we're going to stop in. That's just the way it is in my world. And lo and behold, it's Fred's bar. And he sold me my very first Viking that day. Quite the salesperson.
Really?
You betcha. And I still have that stick.
Awesome.
And it's, it was, 13 years ago, about 12 years ago. And, it was a basic $200 stick. and it still shoots amazing.
I was Viking was my first cue as well.
Mm-hmm.
I got this ugly green. Yeah. Was it a McDermott or a Viking? I can't remember. Yeah, it was a Viking.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually traded it to Larry Neville
Mm-hmm.
for what I thought was a Palmer at the time.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
And it was. I don't think it was.
No,
Didn't have a little window on the bottom.
I got the ugly blue one, which I still have. In fact, if I'm traveling on vacation and wherever I'm going with the wife, and this is that weekend jaunt, a week away, whatever, I always bring my pool cues, but I never bring my, my sweet stuff.
Okay.
I always take the, I don't know if I can, I take the Viking because I can afford to.
If something happens to it, then it's okay.
It's no big deal.
Yep.
I'm not going to take my Tad Kohara cue. But
who?
Tad Kohara. Look up his name. He was the very first inductee into the Cue Makers Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's because, we're a East Coast kind of community when it comes to pool cues. Tad Kohara is West Coast. So that's probably why you haven't heard of him. But, look him up if you got the opportunity. That 9-foot tall pool cue that I play with?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Tad Kohara.
Aha. I may have to check that out.
Jeremy West offered to buy it from me once for a shitload of money, and I said no.
Well, I don't see that on... I don't see what you're talking about on the Wibhoff website.
Well, I'll ask John. John will be able to tell you, or send it to you.
What's going on, Rick Chamberlain? Well, not the easiest outs for Chris Foose here. 7 to the 8, 8 to the 9 it's not basic, but should be attainable.
He just has to make a good shot here, and it could be all over. Another big bada boom situation.
A lot of pressure is on now, though.
They're feeling it now.
Oh boy, don't want to get over it.
Oh, he's okay. He's okay. He's actually in good. Oops. Did I just belch into the microphone?
I didn't hear it.
No? Okay.
I didn't hear it.
I might have farted.
Great.
Anyway.
Super. Awesome.
Good thing it's warm in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Perfect.
Did you did you just zap what I said? Yeah, you did. But anyway, there's a good opportunity to get out here. You just got to know how to. What do you put on this? Just center cue ball, or do you put a little bit of left-hand English on it? Or right-hand English to come down on the other side. What do you do with this?
I just a smidge of left. I want to make sure I make the ball, though. That's the biggest thing, obviously, you don't want to do.
He forced it.
Yes.
He forced it. I think he stood up on that. Those pressure shots where, you have to make it come through, and those are the ones you have to learn to be relaxed on.
Yeah, and again, this is a $575 match.
Yeah,
This is pretty tension filled at this point.
I know he wanted to keep that, create separation, keep that 8 ball there, on the rail. Didn't do the perfect job, but it might be good enough.
I think this is not too difficult to spin in, though. If he goes rail first,
and then he's going to have to go back and forth, and he'll be on the 9, and he'll be right on the 9.
or he could scratch in the lower left-hand corner. You really got to be careful of that with spinning it in.
Perfect.
He hit it really good. Ooh,
and
boy.
his speed. That's the tough thing on the.
Oh boy!
You have to put some speed on it, and then is it going to be perfect? And you look like a freaking hero,
Yep.
Or is it a little bit off, and then you're kicking yourself in the ass? But regardless of that, you just have to make it happen. You just have to Slice and dice, Mo.
All right. So Gene Rasmussen just
There it is.
sent it to me.
There it is. It's just like life. Oh, Gene sent it to you. You need to brighten that puppy up. And he made the cut. And there was there a scratch?
And he scratched.
Oh my! See, when you send that cue ball flying, it's
So,
always risky.
And I apologize because I zoomed in so close on that shot. I apologize, everybody. I didn't get the scratch in there, but yes,
I'm
Chris
gonna
Foose just
It's a thin.
scratched.
It's a
Wow.
You know, for me, these shots are troubling because you know it's a natural scratch if you don't put some kind of put some kind of shit on the shot.
10-10.
Wow.
Thank you, Gene. Much appreciated. So I am going to.
That would be a wonderful thing to post on your homepage of your podcast. You know, when people are waiting for the game, and you know it's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes away, and you put it up.
I agree.
You'd probably have to get permission from John to do that.
Oh, I think John would let me get away with it.
Oh, he'd charge you out the ass.
Yeah.
You think I'm
Yeah,
a sponsor? Wait till you see you're sponsoring me,
Yeah.
Who's
I
sponsoring
would-
you? Yeah.
I wouldn't be too
Yeah,
surprised
you're
at
gonna,
that.
You're going to work out something there. I know you are.
All right. Nothing going down.
It's great.
1-6-8 combo for Chris Foose coming up.
Yes, sir. That's the shot. That is definitely the shot. No, I think that when you get a chance to read it, how in depth the meaning is as it relates to life and pool community and pool itself, you're going to want to find a place to post that on your site. And I think you owe John that, by the way.
Thanks a lot.
Well, John's going to thank me. John, if you're watching, you're welcome. I aim to please. And for all of those out there who are members of the Wisconsin State,
Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame. If you know what I'm talking about with this, say something about it.
Agreed.
Read through the whole thing.
All right. Chris winging at the 9 there. Unsuccessfully. Wow, what a huge turn of events. From Chris Foose being on the hill to giving it back. Makes the 9, scratches, gives it back, and now it's a race to 2 for almost $600.
Wow.
Doesn't get any better.
This is why I showed up tonight.
And here I thought I was the reason, but apparently not.
Well-
All right, I see where I rank. I get it.
Well, you got a little bit of good karma moving around you. I'll try to take advantage of that. I need some good karma in my life.
Thanks.
I need some good karma in my life. I just don't know if it's going to come through you or not.
Sure.
It's kind of a gamble.
It's a big gamble, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Watch. They're going to need you out there,
No.
maybe? No, they're okay.
Chris Green just said leave it the way it is.
Okay. I really couldn't see anything was up until Chris Fuss said that he might have inadvertently touched another ball. Chris is, don't distract me.
Yeah.
I'm in the zone. Let me shoot.
4 to the 5 is going to be pretty brutal for Chris Green.
First,
Uh-oh.
he
2 to the 3 is going to be tough.
I was going to say first he's got to get on that 3. Well, he still has a path. He still has something workable. Yeah, Chris is super focused. Make it or miss it. You can just look at him and you can see he's, by his mannerisms, he's super focused. You know, that kind of focus.
Caught the outer points there, Fred.
Yeah, he sure did. That's the first time you mentioned that tonight.
I try to refrain from
Outer points.
Yeah. That's a complete lie.
I think it's something you're afraid of, to be honest with you. Something that intimidates you.
No, sir, I am not.
Okay. Well, for Chris Fuss has another opportunity here. Actually, better opportunity than his last up.
All right, got really good on the 4-ball, but as I said before, this.
How do you get on the 5?
Yeah.
He's got to draw this back. And he's on the 5, and looks like he's got a opportunity for a safe shot, possibly. Yes. Oh, overplayed it.
Oh, I think he's good. I think he's good.
He just might be. Chris can see the edge. He can see it. I wasn't sure he could see an edge of the ball, but he obviously can the way he's lining up on it. Oh, that's a bad
And he caught
hit.
a piece of the 7.
Is that a loss? No,
He's
you
not. Spot the 7.
Everything
spot
dropped.
the 9, sorry.
You spot the 9. He scratched the cue ball.
I think he fouled like 4 times on that shot.
He did. That's a big bada boom foul scenario.
So I would think that Chris Foose would get ball in hand 3 times, right?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm expecting you to march out there and set the law down.
Can't do it.
Okay.
Can't do it.
Then just stay put. Let them fight it out. That was interesting. I'm not sure I've seen that kind of a scenario. Three fouls on the same shot. Oh, you got to keep this simple. I think he was looking at a combo.
Oh, dear Lord. Yeah. There's no way I would play a combo. It's almost a stop shot.
Yeah. And even that scenario, he could have done the same thing, putting it in the side pocket, which was a lot closer. I mean, it worked out. The odds were you're going to make it either way, but I try to keep things as simple as possible.
Me too. I think he's got a little bit of an angle here. Yeah. Yep.
Perfect.
And actually, this is ideal. I'll just pull it back a little bit.
Yep, that's what he's looking at.
Pull it back as far as the side pocket, and you're golden.
You just have to be proficient with that 2-diamond draw.
And don't rattle the 7.
Yeah, don't force the shot. Let's watch it. He's forced a couple of these shots. Let's see if he can keep it under control. He did good. No body movement. He stayed relaxed, and
look at the draw he got on that.
Yeah, he didn't force it at all like he used to. I don't want to say like he used to, but like I've seen him do a couple of times here. That was excellent. Oh my gosh, he's gonna shoot himself in the head.
Oh my goodness me.
Ouch. When you're making everything happen and make the tough shots, and then that's the thing I think that drives me up the wall more than anything else in this game, is when you're battling and make it happen. But these guys are bouncing back from these types of scenarios, and that's what makes this exciting.
Well, Chris Foose, that is, has had 2 opportunities to get himself on the hill and decided to give him back to Chris Green, who is now,
Now
on the
on
hill.
the hill, right. Now, all Chris has to do is win this next game, and we've got a hill match. All right. I'm going to call. I've been calling Chris Green this whole night, but I should have been calling him the Fargo Sandbagger
I agree.
because that's what it says on his shirt
I
after
agree.
all. So I'm trying to come up with a name for Chris Foose. Something.
Fussy.
I don't even care if it gets under his skin.
Let's call him Fussy.
What did you say?
Fussy.
With a P?
No. With an F, Fred.
Oh, okay. I just had to clarify that.
Fussy.
I never know with you, for Christ's sake. Oh, and now I just took
The Lord's name in vain. Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did.
shame on me.
You heathen.
I know.
All right. So while Chris shoots this one ball, we're going to figure out what happens. Then Chris Fusi is going to come to the table.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Fred was talking about. This is what Gene just sent me. Why play pool? It's just a game, right? Pool is a mental and physical, offense, defense, intuition and reason, precision and power, individual and social, unwavering focus and letting go. Excellence is about finding balance in those things, and it's a journey of intense joy and frustration through triumph and defeat. Chris has not shot yet, so just so you know. Every shot, every game, every match is a puzzle to be solved. How to maximize your odds to win within the bounds of physics, knowledge, skill, ability, values. Hard-hearted chance. Striving for control and perfection, but accepting what you are given and settling for what works. Yeah, it's just a game. I love it.
Yeah, it's a very philosophical approach
It
to
is.
it, and it has meaning in not only pool but life and every aspect of life.
Which completely contradicts John Kramer's character.
Yeah, But did you notice that the author was anonymous on that?
Oh, I did not.
I like to keep it that way when I write.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
I am that kind of guy.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, John Kramer, anonymous.
I'm trying to be humble.
I want to try a little
Or
harder.
John's trying. I love working with you, but this really isn't work.
This is, it's
It's probably a good thing I don't have to work with you.
I did a little. Well, you're not the first person to say that, but I did a little thing the other day where we had a match that was canceled,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know if you've seen it. It was called Sliced Cheddar. It was totally unwrapped
Sliced cheddar.
sliced cheddar. Yeah.
Okay.
So
What was that? Was
it's-
there a kitchen knife?
pretty, pretty,
Butcher's knife?
pretty much.
Okay.
Why I do what I do, and,
Oh.
and why I decided to go do my
Rogue.
own live streaming,
Okay.
and how
Go rogue.
I owe pool.
Uh-huh.
I've been around the game my whole entire life, and it's given more to me
Mhm.
than I can give back. So, and I mean that wholeheartedly, and I forgot why I said that.
Well, because this is the only way you can find to give back, and it's meaningful.
Yes, and
Right.
that's it. True, and I'm livered. I'm having the best time of my life doing what I'm doing.
I believe that, and I'm happy to be a part of it, even if it's only once every 6 months.
We'll have to get you in here more often.
I feel blessed. Thank you very much.
You should be.
You the man.
Oh no, we might not be going hill, Fred. That was a missed opportunity by Chris Foose to make it hill, and now Chris Green has got 4 balls for $575 and a chance at 8,000.
Absolutely, and he needs to find a way to keep the pressure off mentally. Yeah, I'm just watching him out instead of the monitor outside the window here, and that man is super focused. pocket speed, and he's
Perfect.
right there. Yep.
So I apologize to everybody in the chat that I haven't been keeping up. Stephen Kilberg said from before, 3-foul rule on one shot. True. Pork said shot that one pretty fast at the yes, I agree. Jesse Mattingly, thank you for joining us wherever you're tuning in from. Yes, this is here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Roger just answered that for us. He's just spot on, you know.
What did Roger say?
He informed the gentleman in the chat where we are.
Oh, in Oshkosh.
Yep, at the Varsity Club. All right, I think this match is about to be over with, Fred.
Let's see what happens. I've seen Stranger Things.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Stranger Things.
That was yeah.
One of my favorites, actually. But I've seen, oh boy. Might have overcooked this one a little bit, folks. This is no gimme.
No?
And this brings the lower left-hand corner into play. Yes,
you
it does.
Betcha. How do you shoot this? Do you shoot it with top English and hope you miss that corner, or do you stun draw it?
If you stun draw it, you better be a lot more accurate in hitting the center of the pocket, because it's got a tendency to force it to the right side.
He's playing.
I think
top
I'd just
spin.
go follow.
Yeah, follow nice, easy. There you go. That's the way I would have shot it. And
That
that's the
is it,
match.
folks.
That was an amazing match. Lights on.
All right, there is a
And famous
really good
last words here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that's okay. There's a real good reason I did that, because
You wanted to highlight yourself on that screen.
no, that's not it. But oh wait, damn it.
Damn it.
You look at your camera went out. So we
How
can't
convenient.
no. We can't even get Fred in the shot for the last one. Damn it all.
Damn.
Just kind of lean this way a little bit, Fred.
Okay.
See,
There we go.
there he is. Okay. All right, sit back down.
I want to put my arm out. Can we cuddle?
No, we cannot. Anyway, thank you very much, Fred Dodge, for joining me in the booth today. It has been a pleasure having you here, in all sincerity. And I'd love to have you back at any time if you want to continue doing this. You're really good at it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm going to go out and chat with the players for a little bit and end tonight's stream. So with that being said, everybody, I can't thank you enough for joining us here on Outer Points Productions. If you're not, again, already a subscriber, please do, because we got a lot more to come. Especially in the upcoming months, there's things that you don't want to miss.
Let me throw in a quick thank you for everybody. I hope you appreciated what I've added to the conversation here, as much as I appreciate what Mr. Cheddar Dale has done. And thank you again.
Much appreciated. And you're very welcome. Sincerely. You folks have a great rest of your night, and I believe we have a match coming up tomorrow as well. Watch for it on Facebook, if you don't mind, because that's where, if you're not already part of the KO Challenge Facebook page or the Outer Points Production Facebook page, that's where it gets posted first. So check that out. And until then, let me thank all of these. I know we didn't get to some of the sponsors, but I want to thank Avenue Auto, JP Shower Custom Cues, of course, Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame, Dumper Dan's, Conscious Carnivore, Tovar Construction, LK Painting and Staining, Home Sweet Home Real Estate, Billet Spin, Johnco Express, Wisconsin Pool Players Society, Midwest Aerial Productions, Strong Knife Company, Mid-State Amusements Games, and then we've got the Cyclone Tips from Mako, and of course Vincent Didio, the tattoo artist, and one that I have not gotten on there yet is Sorcy Martial Arts. So with that being said, thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.